Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is BC Saint, and this is my survival world. In the previous episode, we built this cube down there that has a useless magma cream farm. Or, no, Froglight farm. That's what it turned into. And I had done an entire interior in a creative world in here. And oh well, that's where we're gonna start this episode. There's a lot of work to be done in here. I've cleared out everything that I need to clear out for the most part. But now's the time to start building. So let's just jump right in and do let's do it. Hopefully I can actually make an episode about this because all I have planned is building an interior. Well, let's do it anyways. So, as you can see, I have made almost the entire ceiling out of cauldrons. And I must admit, I'm a little upset because I've got 2 more stacks of iron blocks in my shulker box, and I've got another entire double chest of blocks back at my base. And I was actually kind of hoping that I would, be able to get to turn my iron farm back on, but apparently not. Apparently Mine the Fab is too awesome at designing iron farms. So I'm just down here building away, and you seem to have a little bit of a clogged up issue. Are all my frogs dead or something? I don't see a single frog. That probably isn't good. Alright, so a couple of my previous concerns are actually true. All my frogs are gone, and yeah, I'm not really going to be able to make an entire episode out of this because, well, I got it done. I spent almost all of my recording time building out this interior, and I am in love with it. I hated every second of doing it, but this is an interior that I really, really like. And yes, I did steal the banner designs. Shush. But yeah, I actually did try to keep as much existing structures of the Bastion as I could, and even stuff like these pillars being as close together as they are, that's actually how they were in the, original broken down Bastion. The vanilla. No? In the naturally generated, in its naturally generated form. And I really, really like it. And so when I'm building something along these lines, I do like to kind of make it, I mean, not necessarily inconvenient to get to your farm and stuff like that, but I like it to be a little bit of a journey to get to where you're trying to get to. And you can, see sights and different odd things that you wouldn't normally look at if you had done the smart move and just, made a direct path to where you're going. This, I believe, is a much funner trek to get to do what you need to do. And this might be my favorite view in this whole build. I really like it. And like I said before, even these cross pieces here, granted they were made out of blackstone rather than warped nylium or crimson nylium, but this was kind of the design that was in the Bastion, and man, I really love this build. This might be my favorite build so far And I'm not sure if I say that every time, but I really, really like it. So anyways, we've got an entire episode to do, and I have been thinking about it. And I have been thinking about it while I've been constructing this, and I think it's time that I do away with that hideous nether portal that's just in the middle of nowhere, and it's kind of a pain to get to because it's on part of my island that's not lit up. So I think we're going to do that next. But first, I'm going to just do a little bit of a spin around and look at this. Yeah, I really like it. Oh, and just a little side note, if you did not believe that this took me a long time to do, I had to go back and forth with both of these projects, the Shroomlight project and this interior. I had to go back and forth from my base to here, which went through a stronghold, no, a fortress, so many times. And by the way, my base is like 1,000 blocks that way. I went there so many times that I managed to get 7 wither skeleton skulls just by passing through and defending myself. So this was actually a pretty colossal project. So, as I mentioned before, I am going to be building a portal for the standard nether rather than on the ceiling or attached to a farm. That one that I've got way out there has finally gotten to the point where it's like, you know what? I'm done dealing with that. So I am going to do a nice little portal inside the terrain right here. And this is actually some of the last bit of naturally generated terrain that I have left in this immediate area. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on having like a little cave that the portal is inside, and the nether is just kind of growing its way out of the nether and starting to infect the land a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull it off quite as well as I'm hoping, but you won't know until you try. So I'll be back with a little bit of a progress update. Okay, and here it is all completed. And I kind of like it. I have done a few things in here that I think are just pretty smart moves. Like I don't know why those keep growing. I should snip those. But I did a couple things, like right here I've got a turtle egg, and I just found out the other day that fire resistant or lava resistant mobs are still susceptible to lava when it's in a cauldron, which is weird. So I've got a turtle egg to attract the zombie pigmen, whatever they are, over here, and hopefully they fall into the cauldron. I'm hoping that system actually works. And I've got a little bed here, which is, you know, kind of something that I'm starting to do more and more often, just a random chair just sitting around that way. It doesn't look like I've just got a bed plopped in. And I may, if you can look back here without me going through the portal, you can see that the portal goes way back in that direction. And that is intended to be an area that eventually I can put a chunk loader in. Because as I've mentioned in previous episodes, this longhouse right here is going to be housing my storage system, and it's going to be a completely automated storage system. So I want a chunk loader very close by. That way I can drop all my items off, and unloading the chunks is not going to affect anything. And hopefully this portal is close enough. I'm not sure. I'll have to do a little bit more research into it. But I figured it's not going to hurt anything to make the portal any... Nope. Yep, that's definitely a design flaw. But it's not going to hurt anything to make the portal any bigger, because I can get all the obsidian that I want using my gravity block duper, because every time a gravity block goes into the end dimension, it regenerates the obsidian platform that you spawn on, so you can be automatically farming your obsidian. So I really don't care if I'm wasting a bunch of obsidian. But yeah, so the next thing to do is make sure that this portal links up to a portal in the Nether, and hopefully it's not over a lava ocean, but based on where the iron farm portals are and my home base portal is, I think this is right above a lava ocean. And that's where the old portal is, and here is where the new portal is going to be. Right over top of a lava lake. Here's the center. Like, the dead center is right over. But it'll be fine. Now, the big question is going to be, will the portal automatically link up? Well, here goes nothing. Alright, and this does work that way. And let's go the other route. Alright, excellent. And now all I need to do is build out a little bit of a platform here, just so I am not having to do a balancing act just to get to my portal. And as a matter of fact, I can take that one out because, well, I don't think I'm going to be using it anymore. Hey, Titan. Could you stop snoring for a minute? Okay, so I've been thinking about this, and I was actually going to put, I was gonna put, sorry, I am dog sitting for a friend of mine, and by dog sitting, I mean my friends have a moose. And he is on the floor snoring, so sorry if you can hear that, but we'll just press right on. But I was planning on doing like I did in the overworld and making it look like the overworld was spilling into the Nether a little bit. And the more I think about it, the more I think I kind of want to make this a fairly large project, because I got this far and then like a gas spawned right there. And fortunately, I was able to take him out pretty quickly. But what's to say I'm going to get as lucky next time? So I think I'm going to mostly enclose this entire area and try to bring the overworld to the Nether in a convincing way. So I am going to get some materials, and I am going to get started on this little project as well. Yeah, and I definitely need to get that storage room going, because this is starting to get a little out of hand. I'm starting a chest monster, and this is the first time I've ever done that. I've always been very good about putting chests away, but this time, not so much. That's the one I want. Okay, and here is my little bit of overworld in the Nether. I went ahead and actually grew birch trees because I actually just found out the other day that birch leaves do not change their vibrant color in different biomes or in the nether, unlike grass and other leaf variants. So all I did was grow a bunch of birch trees and mined out the logs and replaced them with oak, just because I like oak logs a little bit better than birch. I feel like most people would agree with that. But yeah, did some black concrete for like a midnight sky, and on the outside is really, really where it looks great. Okay, I guess it's not much to look at, but it's better than it was. You know, just a portal up in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, definitely better than that. And while I was doing this, I was thinking about it, and I am actually having some portal connection issues over at the fortress. No, yes, stronghold, where I've got the gravity block duper and all that, and I was just thinking I should probably get that taken care of just so I can fly through the nether ceiling and actually get there rather than flying all the way there, because like if I forget, seriously, I don't know why this is always on fire. So if I forget to like turn off the gravity block duper, I don't have to frantically fly back before I crash the end. So I think I'm going to take care of that right away. Okay, so if any of you actually caught the episode where I did the gravity block duper, little fun fact about that, none of my portals actually linked up properly. See, I had this one on the nether ceiling, and I had a chunk loader right next to the gravity block duper, and I've moved them both, and hopefully this works. Might help to be in the portal. Last time I was in the chunk loader. Yes! Oh, good. Okay, works that way. And it does not work that way. Shoot. Oh, I wonder what I wonder if it's because I'm so far down in the world that I can't. Well, darn it. I'm going to have to figure something else out. Okay, so I have a potential solution to the problem. What I'm going to do is I am going to put the nether portal that is attached to the nether ceiling almost all the way up to the surface of the overworld, and put a bubble elevator and a drop chute up and down, or up to it, and hopefully it links up properly. I don't know. We'll have to find out, but first I'm going to have to start digging the chutes. All right, so the plan here is to dig up and... Oh. I woke up the moose in my living room. Anyways, the plan here is to dig up into a higher Y coordinate. That way, it hopefully the portals should hopefully link up together. But as I was coming through this cave and lighting up a little bit of it, that way I didn't have to worry about stuff spawning around me, I found something interesting. I found some of the rarest blocks in the game. Just coming over to try to get some of this redstone, and there it is. I've got some regular stone diamond ore. Okay, and I have constructed it. I am just barely beneath the surface. So let's give this another shot. Nether ceiling, nether ceiling, nether ceiling, nether ceiling. Yes! And there it is. We are finally connected to the nether ceiling. Now all I need to do is do a drop spot and a bubble elevator, and this little project is done. Yep. That's the sound of a sleeping moose on my floor. So we got all the portals taken care of in this episode, and that is really exciting for me. I'm enjoying this design that I've got here. I'm enjoying the nether side of it, and I think that might be where we call it quits today. Except I'm going to do my outro somewhere else. Here's where I'm going to do my outro. This place is so far out of the way and so pointless, there's no way I'm going to come back here unless I force myself to. But this place is so cool, I can't just not come back. So, thank you very much for hanging out with me. Like and subscribe if you would please, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.